Free traffic stinks. Paid traffic's better. I'm going to tell you why. Hey there friends, this is Jason Ligo here with Always Enterprise, and in this video I want to talk to you about this much debated topic on which traffic is better, free traffic versus paid traffic, right? In other words, is paid ads going to be better than organic traffic? Let's go ahead and have it out today. Me personally, I lean more towards paid traffic, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. That's not to say that I don't like free traffic and I don't practice forms of establishing and trying to generate free traffic. I'm just more of a paid traffic person, and I'll go ahead and show you why right now. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I believe that paid traffic is definitely the way to go as opposed to free traffic, especially when you're getting started out, or also if you've been a seasoned veteran and have been around for a while. Paid traffic is king. Let's jump right in and find out exactly why. Number 1 is scalability, right? Scalability. While organic traffic and free traffic methods definitely have their value and definitely have their merits, okay, it's very hard to scale. I would argue that you cannot really scale something that is free. All right, because it's free, you can make other claims and you can say that because the starting point was 0, the ROI is technically infinity, right? You have an infinite return on investment because you didn't put any capital outlay into it in the beginning. That sounds great and that's fine. However, if you want to scale it, that is to grow it and make it bigger, the only real way to do it, even in a free situation with a social media post or a good free piece of content, is to boost that post or boost that content, in which case you're still going to have to put some money in there. So scalability is definitely one of these things, again, that appeals to us who are enterprisers and trying to build an actual enterprise, a functioning business, wherein it's a cash in and cash out situation. As an enterpriser, as a real business owner, you definitely want to take calculations like this into account and definitely make it a part of your overall marketing strategy. If you pay for a certain amount and pay and see a success with a certain post or a certain piece of content, then by putting money into it and getting it in front of more eyes and more targeted eyeballs, then you definitely have the reasonable expectation that it's going to do well and you can expect a certain level of success, especially if you magnify and really amplify those efforts. So scalability is definitely why I like this. Simply because if I do well with a paid traffic campaign and I see that it's doing well, it's very easy for me to double that expense, double that investment, and reasonably speaking, I should be able to expect a similar or better result than the first time around. That's the power of scalability. Number 2 is speed. Perhaps this should have been the first point, but speed is definitely a great consideration when you're talking about traffic campaigns, all right? The problem, or maybe not the problem, but the issue and always the catch with organic traffic and free traffic is that it does take time to get traction. It really does, okay? I'm not against free traffic and doing things, putting free pieces of content out into the marketplace to build your reputation and build credibility and make it seem so that, by putting this stuff out there, obviously it's still marketing, right? Any traction that can be gained from it is definitely one that you have earned, and it'll definitely be high quality traction because people who are looking for it are generally the ones who find it. Therefore, there's already a true interest in something that is authentic and sincere. That's why they call it organic, right? Having said that though, this is a process that can usually take a large amount of time, right? It takes a while, especially if you're just first starting out, right? Obviously, if you already have a large following, then I would suppose that if you put a good post out there, whether it's through Instagram or YouTube or what have you, if you already have the eyeballs who are tuned in, then you could make the case that that's going to be very quick, right? The speed is a factor there for free traffic. However, for most people, that's just not the case. And when you're first starting out, you may not be starting out with a huge or large, illustrious, engaged audience. In which case, if you want to get moving fast, then one of the best and easiest ways to do that is with paid traffic, all right? If you already, especially if you're tapping into a market that you already know is proven to convert and proven to have people who are looking for it, if you pay the money to put your offer in front of those proper targeted eyeballs, then it's very easy for you to expect a fast result. And with paid traffic, you can see very, very fast results. I'm talking about 24 hours or less sometimes. I've certainly done that, and you can too. Speed is another reason why I love paid traffic. Number 3, significant outcome. And this is perhaps where I want to spend the most of my time. Significant outcome is it's exactly what the name implies, a significant outcome. Whether it's good or bad, it's definitely going to be significant for you if you use paid traffic, more so than if you use free traffic sources. Here's what I mean. Let's say that you purchase a traffic campaign. You buy some paid ads out there. It could be whatever. It could be pay-per-click. It could be solo ads. It could be influencer marketing. But you pay for some advertising in order to get your offer in front of eyeballs, right? Now, let's say that your offer does well in a paid situation. If your offer does well, sometimes it could catch, a viral sensation, and you could have an immediate, influx of new leads and new customers. You might even hit some high-ticket sales, right? That's pretty significant. You put in the money, and you got this great result, and you're getting paid, right? And I hate to use this example, but you kind of get a very similar feeling as if you went to the casino. You picked the right horse at the right track, or you picked the right gamble. It's not really gambling, but I think you understand what I'm saying. The rush is very similar. I would say that's definitely significant, right? But here's the thing. Adversely, it's still a significant outcome if you didn't do well, if you didn't do as well, or let's say that you bombed. And here's why. Let's say in this same scenario, you paid money and bought traffic from a vendor or bought traffic from whatever source. All right, and you put the money, you put the capital outlay out there in order to, get this campaign going. Now, let's say that your offer and your campaign bombs, right? Let's say that you do not get nearly as many opt-ins or nearly as many leads, and you don't get the result quite like you were hoping for. All right, what's going to happen here? How is this significant outcome? I'll tell you how. It's significant because I believe that because of the fact that you already had a capital outlay, because of the accountability that is implied and almost just pressured and enforced upon you because you have money, skin in the game. All right, because you have the money in, the skin in the game right here now, I believe what's going to happen is that you are going to learn and force yourself, right? You're going to shorten the distance between newbie status and a level of proficiency very quickly, much more quick than, say, if you were doing like a free traffic thing, right? There's not really a whole lot of consequence there in a free traffic situation. The most that you are out is the time that was spent to create your content versus putting money in. That's real skin in the game, right? So what I'm saying is, if you put in the money out there and you don't do as well and your traffic campaign stinks, I believe that what's going to happen is you're going to force yourself to all of a sudden, bridge the gaps that are necessary to make sure that your money and your time spent was worth it. In other words, you're going to get really good at copywriting. You're going to get really good at learning how to do SEO. You're going to get really good at learning how to write good, effective copy and learning sales and marketing and follow-up. All of these elements that would take a while over time. You might take it a little more seriously, put a little more effort into it, and get better in your craft with regards to this stuff because of the fact that you don't want to miss out and lose out on this money that you have spent in order to get this result. Hopefully that makes sense to you. In any case, it's definitely significant. Let me also say here as I close out that, again, I'm not bashing free traffic sources, all right? Free traffic and free marketing are definitely things that you should be doing. Everyone should be doing them. They're great organic assets over time that will definitely serve you. And one good example is why I'm doing these YouTube videos as well, right? This is a perfect example as to the power of free traffic. That being said, though, if you want to be an enterpriser and if you want to build a business, most of the time, as an advisor to many businesses, if you go inside the boardroom and they talk about, their statements and their budgets and everything that they're looking at, they don't really gauge their social media campaigns. You know what I mean? At least not the free ones. One thing that they gauge, though, is, how much money did they put in? How much money did they get back? And until you're thinking like that, you're not really a true enterpriser, in my humble opinion. There you have it, my friends. 3 very powerful reasons as to why I think that paid traffic is the way to go versus free traffic. I trust you got value in this. Make sure you give me a subscribe, a like, a heart, a share, whatever it is that you like to do. But please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more hot new content that I got coming down the pipe just for you. I will see you next time, and keep on enterprising. Take care.